6-year-old child with this blank, pale, emotionless face. Blackest eyes, the devil's eyes.
Such sights to show you. We'll tear your soul apart.
We're waiting. Rock and roll!
Just in the middle of a dream. I was kissing Valentino by a crystal blue Italian stream. But I can't be late, cause then I guess I just won't get paid. These are the days when you wish your bed was already made. It's just another manic Monday. It was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. I don't have to run day. It's just another manic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. It's just another manic Monday.
Woo! Yeah, baby. Here we are. Death Curse Society on the air. It's Monday, Maniacs. And yeah, it's a little light here tonight. Crank will be joining us momentarily. He's on the road. He's going to pull over and jump in here. And Colonel's had some bad luck. Let's get him in here. It's kind of hard to hear him, but let's talk to the Colonel, man. What up, Colonel?
What's up?
What's going on over there?
Not much, man. Fucking storms ran through. Power went out. Estimated to be back on at 9:15 p.m. Probably start dinner when the power went out. So if you guys can see, BK, this is for you, buddy. I'm at Burger King. Guess that's what we're going to eat tonight.
That's so sick. I literally went there an hour ago and ate at the Burger King in my town.
Nice.
See,
yeah. Well,
simpatico even when we're out, right?
Exactly. The shitty part is, like I said, I had to drive 20 minutes away to find a place of power to get dinner. So yeah.
The bad news is it's coming my way. I may be knocked out of here before we get a whole show in tonight. I don't know how it's going to go. We will see.
Yeah, good luck. I see where you guys are. Like, we weren't really supposed to get much. The next thing you know, one big power storm cell formed and took us out.
Yeah. What does neon purple mean? You know, on the map when it's showing the color swirls coming at you. It says,
well, Michigan was neon purple from what I saw.
Yeah.
You guys are supposed to get something fierce today.
Like the west side of the state got pummeled, but it's coming this way. It's supposed to lighten up a little bit, but it's still coming.
Well, be safe.
I'm going to try to stay on, man, because we have the most epic of recaps today, man. I know you would want to hear this shit too. So, but the storms will not allow it.
They won't. I got kids to feed.
I got kids.
Well, never mind. Sorry, it's fucking around. Yes, that sucks, but yeah, I just want to check in, say woo the rest of the society out there, and I'll be back next week, better than ever. Not really, because I was in the middle of filling out a fucking job application too. It was a jong. So I gotta do that shit all over again tomorrow, I'm sure.
All right, buddy. Well, get a Whopper, get some fries, get a large Coke, get a couple of, what are they, Happy Meals? They're not Happy Meals at Burger King for the kids.
Just kids, man. The little one ain't with me today, man. So it's big people food today.
Big people food. All right, baby. Well, enjoy, and we'll see you next week. The Colonel,
That's
ladies
right.
and gentlemen.
Woo! See you guys later. Don't get sick. Some weird saying this in front of the oldest kid. Don't get sick. Caitlin, earmuffs. All right, don't get sick. Wash your dick, and don't smell like a Scuba Steve. Use Summer's Eve.
That's fucking.
Catch you guys later. I can't even see the comments. This kind of fucking sucks. But later.
See ya, Colonel.
See ya.
Damn, man. The Colonel. There you have it. Yeah, it sucks, man. Can't get in here tonight. But yeah, let's see. We got Patricia. She's back. Yeah, Patricia was a huge, huge asset to us this weekend at Living Dead Weekend. That's what we're going to get into tonight. Recap that a little bit. Show you a couple little nuggets. Not much. A couple of IDs we got. I'm saving. We got some interviews. We got some big stuff. And we got stupid bits. I mean, I've been saying it all along. Half of you may drop the subscription after you see this footage from the Living Dead Weekend that Crank and I just acquired. It's insane. Yeah, Patricia is here. Thank you. Let us, on behalf of all the DCS, I'm sure Crank, when he gets in, will say the same thing. But thank you. Thank you. God damn it. Thank you. Tyrone's in the house. S. Michael's in the house. Corey's here. Holy shit. Corey's ended his embargo to get in. What's going on, buddy? Luke's here. Lorena was that? All right. Yeah, it's a lot different. Dave's here. Let's see. There's Crank. He's in the credits here. He's in the chat. But I think that's everybody. But I'm going to do my best to cover Crank's duties here. And we'll start by acknowledging our members. That's right. The final girls and guys: Corey, Chris, Lorena, Christy, Luke, S. Michael, Patricia, Tanya, and Tyrone. And of course, you got the second tier: Angelo and Raymond. And of course, Stacy, Orlando, Kiera, and Dave. Thank you so much. Can't do it without you. So how's everybody out there doing? I mean, we might as well get right to the fan interaction, get to the Q&A part of the thing, because I got stuff to talk about, of course, but I want to know how you're doing too. I know how Patricia's doing. I saw her all damn weekend. She was right there. She's a trooper. She's like the mayor of Living Dead Weekend Town. Everybody knows her, and everybody wants a picture with her, and it's hugs all the way around. She is the mayor, the president of Living Dead Weekend. I mean, it's absolutely. Let's see what's going on here. Crank says, I love Rob Pattinson. Are you watching the Batman? Oh, jeez. Carrie is here from the UK. Hello. Hello, beautiful yourself. Let's see. Here we go. Patricia, yes. Jens is awesome. We is. And Ziggy. So I'm missing half of this already. You guys are already so chatty tonight. Let's just go down. There it is. That's Michael. DCS. I think that requires like
DCS.
that's much better. Luke said, was so fed up with cheaters, trolls on the Friday the 13th game today. I had to turn it off. It's gotten out of control. I've heard that the hackers have completely gotten in there and just ruined it. We haven't seen too much of it yet. Occasionally we'll see someone that's got unlimited knives or unlimited shit like that, or like the sprays, nonstop sprays. Lorena. Woo! Yes, we got the Colonel in for a minute. All right, here we go. Carrie is currently swatting at flies with an electric swat plotter. It's fun. Yep. It's like a drive-by electrocution. I love it. Let's see here. Oh, there we go. Dave took the day off of work for this. Yeah, sorry, dude. You get the Zag alone. I'm sorry, but I do got stories, and we got a couple clips. Let's just give you a little something here just to wet the whistle. How about that? Because I want to save some of the stuff so Crank can comment on it when he finally does show up. But let's see here. I'll save the intro thing. Let me see. Where are we at? Okay, I got that one. Here's a good one. This is one of the big. Oh, here he comes too. But check this out. I'll get Crank loaded in here and dig this.
Hey, this is Patricia Tallman from Night of the Living Dead and Babylon 5. And you are watching Death Curse Society. Stay badass. Enjoy life. Go for your dreams.
Still a sweetheart. Still a sweetheart. The first time. What up, Crank?
Woo!
In the car.
Can't
Where
hear
we
me.
headed? Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm cruising around with my friend Kat, so
There she
bear
is.
with me.
Hello
We're,
again.
We just got finished in Cleveland eating at what? Melt. Famous for their grilled cheeses, I guess.
I was gonna say, is this like one of those fondue places where you got the hot oil all over the place?
No, the hot oil is coming later. I don't think Kat knows it though. Right, baby? Yeah, that's right. Thank you for the rim shot on that.
I got you, man. I got you. So I was just kind of, I kind of ran down the list. I profusely thanked Patricia. I'm sure you can add on to that if you would like.
Patricia was the best this weekend, man. She is the mayor of Pittsburgh horror.
She gave you the whole medallion?
Yeah, she gave us all the pendant.
That was rock and roll.
Yeah. Did you tell Colonel about the pendant?
I did not, because he was
No.
about to order his food. So.
Oh, was he finally getting food? Good.
Yes, they went to Burger King, which ironically that's where I went to before I got on tonight. So I said we're in sync even when we're not in sync. Patricia says hi, Kat.
Yeah, Patricia says hi, Kat.
Good taste.
Eyes on the road. What the fuck?
She's
All
driving.
right.
She's driving.
Yes, I know that. I know that. She looked away. She looked at the camera.
I think it would be illegal to let me drive right now.
That's right.
Uh,
She says, hey, Patricia says, hey,
What's up, Patricia?
oh yeah. I have a storm coming at me too,
So
Crank. So I could be derailed here myself.
You have what?
A storm.
It's lovely.
One of us is going down right now. I don't know if it's you or me.
Maybe me.
Yes, you've entered the Matrix. Oh yeah, we're losing viewers left and right. They're just like, you know what? This sucks. Oh, here you go. Lorena says, hey, you cranky, Twilight loving motherfucker, you.
Oh, by the way, yeah, Catherine stole my phone for a few minutes. I put it down to enjoy some ice cream that I got.
And we lost him. And here he comes
That
again.
is not one of them.
Came to my house with the deluxe edition. Just
Why do you own the deluxe editions?
have a teenage daughter.
No, she's 21.
Teenage.
Just try.
Dave
Stay out of it.
McKay is in the house. Woo! Stacy's in the house.
Dave.
And Dave says, it's you. They can hear me just fine. Hey, Carrie's
Yeah,
like,
it's me.
I'll take over if you want. I might have to have a guest host in here. You know, it's crazy. No, we'll take
We'll
it
get
easy.
the
And
international host.
international.
Well,
Remember the connection last time?
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's like we got the same.
Right.
BK,
Well,
no.
hey, I'll dip out. I'll dip out for a few minutes, and then we should be back at the house in 10, 15 minutes. So I'll get
All right,
on.
I'll
I'll get on there.
I'll cover the Friday night festivities, and I'll hold off on the clip. I have one teaser clip of the ultimate.
Don't drop that
scissor reel.
teaser. No. Don't
Did
drop
you see
that
it?
teaser
Yeah,
yet.
I did. I
Oh,
just
I
played
saw
the thumb. Okay. Yes, that's a good lead.
All right.
We'll see you in a little bit, man.
Woo!
And there he goes. Yeah, I tell you what, man. Living Dead weekend. It was something going in there and just. Now the mall doesn't look too much like it did when they shot Dawn of the Dead 45 years ago, but until you go on the tour and you get to go back in the bowels of it, it is the same. They kept it the same fucking paint on the stairs and shit. So that was kind of cool. The tour itself, it's a bit long. It's like 3 hours long, man. But the guy Larry, that takes you on and guides you. And S. Michael, I'm sure you've seen this too with this guy because he's the ultimate fan. Nobody knows more than this guy about Dawn of the Dead. He's got it down to taking pictures and matching the columns, the marble columns, because those are the only original pieces left. So you get about 9 references to columns around the mall that appear in the movie, and I'll be damned if the program that you get with it, it's right here somewhere, right here. They give you this, and you get to walk through, and you can see there's like this scenes from the movie, but then he'll point exactly where that is and stuff. They did give us an old classic floor plan from those days, so I mean that was cool, getting shit like that. I don't know if the tour had to be 3 hours. They probably could have got it down to an hour and a half, and it would have been cool. But it was still, if you're a fan of Dawn of the Dead, Night of the Living Dead, all this shit, this place you have to go to. You have to. You have to see this shit. It's unbelievable. And the community is more tight-knit than any other convention community I've seen to this point. It's absolutely fantastic. It was a great time. Like Friday we got there. We rolled right in. We had to wait in line a little bit. Patricia comes sneaking up behind us, scares the shit out of everybody. And oh yeah, it was hang on, I'm getting some comments here. Glitch in. There he goes. Oh, S. Michael. Yeah, I went to high school with Larry. I said, yeah, man. I mean, he's dedicated to the whole mess. I mean, he's got it. And he's very informative. And he commits to it. I mean, he reenacts scenes from the movie. Like throwing himself down on concrete to make the scene happen. And so it was cool. But I mean, yeah, it was just insane. Let's see here. Luke says, when I was first in Miami, I got to see the building they filmed the infamous chainsaw scene from Scarface. Looks nothing like it, but now it's a CVS and has a monument in its place in the store that displays the info. Yes, they do have, they named their kind of concourse where they have their stages if they have a pageant or something like malls do. And the con was here, but they got a big bust of George Romero. And it's now Romero Plaza right there where everything happens. So the tributes are there. That's not the museum. I mean, shit, we went through the museum. It looks like you're going to go around a little, like a C-shaped hallway. This fucking thing goes deep. It's like a full storefront. And there is stuff from Dawn of the Dead, authentic stuff from the movie. Day of the Dead, Creep Show, The Crazies, even like Evil Dead, and then they kind of do a progression of zombies. Like what is that? Shock Zombies, I think, was the first one they showed. And it went all the way up through like current zombies, like The Walking Dead. So it was fantastic. Just seeing all the shit. I was joking. I was like, so what? See you in an hour and a half? She's like, well, if you stop and read everything, probably a little longer. And I was like, oh. So Was very impressed. Well worth the $8 price. Go into the Living Dead Museum and take a walk through there. Fantastic. Yes, I agree, Luke. Still history, though. Dawn of the Dead is iconic. And when you go back, especially down in the boiler room, that's where it hits you right in the face with a fucking pipe. And you're just like, oh my God. I mean, this is it. And I even ran down the thing where, the one zombie kind of peeks out and walks around. Nobody was over there, but old Zag grabbed his camera. He went down. And I'll be honest, they told us we weren't really going to be allowed to film anything at all, but was not the case. They were more than happy to let us video and stuff. And I even geared up. I had some spy equipment on me where I was going to tape some, get some exclusive footage, but it was not a big deal. We were allowed to use our phones out in the open, so the footage will be even better when we put it together. Crank and I got more shit this time than we got at any con we've ever been at. And again, the foolishness we display in these things, I apologize in advance, but if it gives you some laughs, I think there's one scene in particular that it rivals Jackass. It's funny. It's going to be good. Patricia can back me on that. Dave, how long was my drive? Well, I drove to Cleveland, which was just under 3 hours, and met Crank at his friend's house. And then we drove the rest of the way. Now, you want to talk to Crank? He drove about 18 hours to get there. And then, it was 2 hours to Pittsburgh from there. So that was nothing. I mean, it wasn't bad at all. This time, I didn't have to drive through a fucking blizzard. None of that shit. Let's see. Dave says, was there a zombie walk? People dressed up. There were some cosplayers. I've got pictures. We're saving that for the sizzle reel, but I'm telling you, shit, I don't know if we're going to be able to run this on Monday Maniacs. I hope we can. But if not, it'll be right on the page, and you can go watch it on YouTube. Because with what we did, there's no choice but to use some copyrighted music here and there, and it's going to happen. It just for the effects that we have, and it just is what it is, man. So one way or the other, you will get to see it though, and it will be shortly because I'm already chopping this stuff up. Miles of footage. Yep, this is Death Curse Society, and welcome to Jack Assery. It's absolute truth in this. I just can't believe we did some of the stuff we did, but now that I'm looking at the footage, I hope you enjoy our efforts to absolutely humiliate ourselves because we succeeded in that. Yeah, so Friday we hooked up with Patricia. We walked around, we checked out, basically this is a functioning mall that is fully open for business, Monroeville Mall. And they put you'd see halls in a con, but they were in storefronts. So you'd have a deeper storefront and they'd kind of make the U in there, and celebs were in there for signings. Merch was all in there. It was all kind of mixed up, but I think there was 4 or 5 different halls like this. And so we walked through, we talked to a few people, and that's when Patricia started introducing us to people and kind of hustling for interviews, and everybody was agreeing. So we were booking interviews for Sunday and Saturday and all this stuff. I think we went, did we go to dinner that night? No, I think that was the late night. That was Friday was 2. Yeah, so we got in. Boy, it's a whirlwind of everything that happened. So after a while, we decided to take a break and run outside and dump some stuff off. We'd bought a little bit of shit. And got some stuff we're going to be giving away on Curse Your Luck too. Yes, we did go to Red Robin. That's right. We went in Red Robin. I got pizza. They now sell pizza at Red Robin. Surprisingly good. It was better than pizza we would get a couple nights later. Yes, Patricia had a tasty burger. That is one tasty burger. But so we get out of there, go to the car to drop the stuff off. I decide to relax, enhance a little bit, relax, because we've been stomping around all day, the long ass drive from 6 a.m. And then we get a text from Patricia. Yeah. Mind you, I'm stoned to the bejesus at this point. And interview Greg Nicotero right now. Nobody's at his booth. So I'm going, well, shit. And Crank's like, we got to go. Let's go. So we get out of the car. We grab the gear. I'm smacking the shit out of myself as we walk up. Thankfully, we had to wait another 15, 20 minutes because people were coming up to get autographs once we got there. But then we did get to sit down with the one and only Walking Dead, Creep Show, Day of the Dead, you name it. He's fucking been a part of it. Greg fucking Nicotero, and got a nice interview that we're going to give to you fairly quick. Members first, of course. Of course. But yeah, it was definitely a highlight moment in this journey for me. And I'm sure for Crank, this is one of the bigger ones we've snagged, and got to thank Patricia on that 100%. Thank you. But he was a gentleman, he listened to the questions, he answered them, and even dropped an exclusive, a nugget that nobody else knows at this point. That's why we got to get this out fast, because he was even like, yeah, I guess nobody knows this yet. When is this going to air? So you're going to get an exclusive from the DCS. I'm not going to tell you right now. I wouldn't do that. But totally cool, man. Yep, Greg fucking Nicotero. I still can't believe it. I'm looking back at it now. I'm looking at the footage. I'm just going, holy shit. But hey, we pulled it together, and we got a nice interview out of him. I think you'll enjoy this too. I can't wait to share that with you guys. It's going to be fucking sweet. Yeah, Patricia, he's a great guy. No, it wasn't that bad because, like I said, I had an extra 15, 20 minutes to shake it off. So by the time we sat down and cameras were rolling, I was pretty coherent. I actually handle most of the questioning, so don't worry about it. But, you can look with that trained eye now. Now you know I am about as stoned as you could be interviewing an icon of horror. So let's test my mettle, right? Let's see. Faye says the storms messed up a bunch of trees and homes around here. Half the city is out of power. I'm very, very busy in these deliveries, but listening as always. Well, thanks, brother. And yeah, we got some shit to tell you. Get on tonight if you can when you get home. I mean, you'll probably be late, but I'll be around tonight. Patricia says you're welcome. No, really. Thank you. Thank you. As Michael, we got Nicotero. We got fucking Nicotero, dude. And he is cool. He was cool. He didn't hi-hat us at all. I'd say overall this whole weekend, we were treated pretty much as, the elite press. We kind of got everything we wanted. When we asked for an interview, we got it. When we followed up, we got it. Let's see. And there's Crank. Did you mention you were stoned to the bejesus? I did, Crank. I did. And that's what I said. I want everybody to measure our performance and our questioning, because we pulled this right out of our ass, folks. All these interviews, nothing was scripted. It was like, hey, you want to do an interview? Yeah, sure. Sit down, and we did it. That's how you roll. That's why, I don't know, a lot of these other joints don't do it. Shit, yeah. I can sit down if I could write for 2 nights and think of great questions. Oh, man. It's give me the time, but I think it's special that we can sit down at any given moment and still get some captivating comments from our icons. So, yes, I'm patting myself on the back a little bit, man. Jeez. Yes, here we go. Dave says, puff, puff interview. Yep. Literally, dude. I was not looking forward to it, but, it's to say that thing gets in you. It's like, oh, man, this is going to be a train wreck. You're panicking. Your heart starts beating. And then it's like, no, fuck that. You got a responsibility. Let's go. Get on. And then you'll see. I am fine with it. I'm fine showing it as is. Sounds like a great weekend, Carrie. Truly was. And I'm just talking about Friday at this point. We haven't even got to Saturday or Sunday. Kiera's here. She's made it. Thank you. We're talking about Living Dead weekend in Pittsburgh. Crank and I invaded and successfully maneuvered the halls of the iconic mall, the Monroeville Mall, and had a blast. I mean, what can I say? One of the more fun cons I've been to in a while. Yes, she says unscripted is sometimes better. I mean, yeah, because you use the technique, you ask a question, he says something, it inspires a thought in your head, and then Crank's over there too. So I'm like flipping the mic over to him, it just went fine. And again, we've got a exclusive, something that's not known yet. Did he know how high I was? I don't think so, just because, unless he smelled it, maybe. I don't know. because I do like to smoke the good stuff. But, it's fine. I can't wait. We'll have that up pretty quick here. We'll have that. I would say within a couple of days because it's only about 12, 15 minutes, something like that. But it is good. I wouldn't do that to you. And then let's see here. We met. Let's see. I'll show you some pictures. Met the Striner brothers. The guy who played Johnny. They're coming to get you, Barbara. And his brother Gary, who is one of the main producers of Image 10. So I took the more morbid pictures they had to get autographed. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah, there it is. And then, of course, anything I can get with George on it, I'm going to do. This is Nicotero's autograph. And it's also Simon Pegg, the guys from Shaun of the Dead on the set of Land of the Dead with George. And then there's Nicotero on the other side right there. So that's, Crank got a couple of good autographs too. It's just cool getting to see. We got to talk to Bill Moseley again, and he's the coolest. I like the fact that some of these people are actually recognizing us now and treating us as peers almost. It's bizarre, but very, very fucking cool. Let's see. Patricia says the Ecto Cooler was so good. I let her try the famous Ecto Cooler 80% THC vape, and 2 thumbs up from Patricia on that. Let's see. Dave, I will say this. My eyes are a little narrower because I was up at 5 a.m. Friday morning to get on with this. That interview didn't happen 5 or 6 o'clock. No, it was 7. Probably 7 or after because Patricia had to leave at 7. And so I'm a little tired, but I am sure my little break did not help the slits that were my eyes at that time. Let's see here. Nicotero is a legend, and here, he's it was all part of it because all these fucking guys are from Pittsburgh or around that area. So for them, like they're all coming home for this from wherever they're at, wherever their real homes are, and you could just feel it. It's just camaraderie, community. That's the words that kept flowing walking around that place. And when you see them, like everybody, it's just a hug fest as soon as they see each other, and all of them. Then we were doing, let's see, Friday. Here's another story. Friday, they actually wheeled out and restored. They obtained the original motorcycle and sidecar from Dawn of the Dead. Tom Savini with the sword beheads a zombie. Fantastic. We got some pictures. Me and Crank got in there, had a good time with it. But that was one of the photo ops. Savini in the sidecar with his sword, and but it was like $90 for that shit. That's like, wow. I mean, fans want that shit, and he looked so thrilled to be sitting in that thing, it could have at least put the mullet wig on him. He had his regular hair. He did put the leather on, but that was about it. Let's see. It's a drink, but Zeg had a vape. Oh yeah, it was a high C cooler, something we drank. Yes, Carrie, it's an American Ghostbusters cartoon-based flavor for high C juice boxes that the kids used to take to school back in the day. Kind of orange grape, I guess, something like that. Kind of a punch, but it's very good in the marijuana form. Side note, always found Bruiser by Romero to be super underrated with the legendary Tom Atkins. Oh, fuck, bro. I remember when they released that and it came right to video, and at the time we were disappointed, but I couldn't stop thinking about it because that's that Romero thing. Can't help it. And I do like that one. I'd say that one's just as entertaining as The Crazies is, or even if you've seen The Amusement Park. That shit's heavy for not really being a horror movie, but it's just well made, so well crafted. Let's see. One of the nicest celebrities I've ever met. Are you talking about Greg? Hello. Yes. No. So we did the car. Let's see, Friday, the interview, and we came back. We set up a bunch of things. Yes, there he goes. Lorena's sweet. I'm not going to say the word because I will fuck it up. In Dawn. And it's the original one. They got the fucking same one, had it completely restored to what it was back then, 45 years ago. And it was cool. I mean, we got to see all those scenes where, remember when the guy got his blood pressure checked? Like, we followed the little movie tricks, how they had the machine here, but then they had to move it to the other side of the escalators to get the one where they actually rip his arm off. This guy knew everything. I'm telling you, this whole thing was I gotta see what they're gonna bring back next time. But I would go back to this con again just because it was so fucking entertaining and such a good time. I do regret weren't allowed to record the panels, but I'll tell you what, the PA system they use, it's probably the lowest marks of the whole con. You can't, unless you're sitting right there, you can't hear anything. So if you're walking around, it's in a fucking mall. It's the giant whole atrium of a mall. You can't hear. It's echoing everywhere. It's the wrong kind of PA for that kind of environment. So even if we did record those panels, and shit, they were banging them off every hour, something different. All dead related, or, I mean, some of their other movies they celebrated were Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, and Candyman. They did, they had photo ops with Leatherface, photo ops with Tony Todd in the Candyman costume. And it just, I don't know. Those things, I love getting the panels because I think the panels are some of the most, informative things and entertaining things we put out when we can get them. Like the Whorehound stuff, excellent. Hopefully that, I think that Terrifier one, it's ready to go, so he's just got to put it up there. I think once Crank gets home, there's going to be a waterfall of content coming at you. First, those last couple of Whorehound things, and then we're going to get right on this Living Dead stuff. And then, I was shopping. We were looking for stuff, and we found some things to give away on Curse Your Luck. So some of you future players, let me entice you. Let me entice you. First, let me bring back in the Crankster. Hopefully we can hear him better. Woo!
Here's hoping.
Let me see. Lorena says, oh, God, that motorcycle would have been my favorite thing there. Still a motorcycle mania. Mama Ed Hard, yes. And you could have rode in the sidecar. You could have got on there and piggybacked with Savini. Anything you wanted. The guy he didn't give a shit. He was cool. He wanted $5 just for a regular selfie with it. Oh, man. Yep. There, Crank's in. Woo! Oh, Carrie says the original Halloween. Well, shit. Don't leave us yet for that. I was just about to show him some of the things I got for future Curse Your Luck prizes, so maybe we can entice them with some of these things.
Nice.
The first one, we met this artist. His name's Nicholas Jackson, and his company is Sintradishi. I hope I'm saying something like that. But he does like original artwork. It's like paintings. This one here, the Amityville house. Figure that one has a mass appeal. It was just super creepy. These look way better in person. And then this one was a no-brainer. I'm going to go solo screen until Crank's ready to go here. There we go.
Can you not hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Oh, okay.
Check that out. Tina, Nightmare on Elm Street. You want that, don't you? You want that. And I don't know if I'm willing to let this one go. But I'm going to show it to you anyway. Maybe if you're real nice to me, if you win, we can work something out. But I'm going to show it to you. Check that out.
We know how much you love the old Fulci.
I don't know, man. I'm looking at this screen now. I don't know if I can let it go. So what do you think of those, folks? Pretty cool.
Yep. Some art for Curse Your Luck, baby.
Yep. And then this will be part of the package, too. for all you Silence of the Lambs fans, you know you want to do it. Get your tuck on. We heard too many stories of people actually doing the tuck at the house.
At the Buffalo Bill house? Yep.
Yes. And I'm scared because Crank actually says he will do the tuck if we go to the house. We're working on something for September at Whorehound. I don't know if it's going to go down, but
did you talk to Colonel about that at all, or did we have time?
I didn't. He was only on for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
Yeah, Patricia's got the question here. Carrie says, "Good morning, Crank." But
good morning, Carrie.
Did we buy the Amityville vibrator? We did not.
No,
we did not. I'm not against it. I'm actually curious to see it, but there was a glut of silly movies around here, like the Steel Man. That one looked like it was going to be extremely silly.
Right.
Now, if this is going to be like one of those over-the-top gore fests, I might be into something like that, but I don't know. Like the Amityville vibrator, I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know.
I'm not sure I want to know.
The vibrator?
So yeah, the Amityville vibrator.
No, I don't want to watch that. I have no interest in that.
I got you. Well, you're here, man. So how about let's give him a little taste of this sizzle reel.
Oh, God. You ready to drop that on him?
I've been waiting for a while here. I mean, shit, we've been on for, what, 42 minutes here.
Yeah.
I mean, I have one. I kind of strung together a bunch of the IDs. By the way, my Nicotero one kept crashing at the last second every single time, so I couldn't get it. I was going to stick him on there last, but I couldn't get it.
Was that just because of your computer or the footage?
Don't know. I don't know. We might have to take a look at that.
I'll look at that. I did find some footage that was kind of wonky on some of my stuff, but I was able to salvage almost everything.
This is most likely going to be how our sizzle reel will begin. But expect a whole ball of fucking nuts like this, like from this style of shit for the whole weekend, okay? Here we go.
June 10th, 2022. I'm here in Monroeville, Pennsylvania, making a little film here to document what might be the last little bit of time we have on the planet. I don't know, man. Something's up out there. The dead have risen. The stench of death in the air.
Dude, do you have to do this right fucking now? I love it. I love it. Brucey, Brucey, that one's for you if you're watching.
Yeah, there you go, man. I mean, well, two people just said, fuck that. I'm out with that video. But yeah, that's the kind of the kickoff, and we just went all in with it, man. We had fun, and it is silly fun. I can't deny it. And there is a epic jackass moment in this reel you're going to want to see. It may be the silliest thing we've ever done, and I won't blame you if you revoke your subscription. I won't blame anybody.
I still can't believe you talked me into that. God damn it. Well, I mean, let's kind of set it up. I mean, normally we play a poker game, but we couldn't play a poker game because Colonel wasn't there, FaZe wasn't there.
Right.
We didn't really have. I mean, between Ziggy and I, that would have been a rough one.
As far as the shirt challenge goes, honestly, it was me and Crank, and there wasn't really a whole lot of shirts to pick from. Although I should show my kick-ass Living Dead Weekend t-shirt. I'll do that in a second. But because this would have fucking won it probably. I mean, there was a lot of shirts and stuff, but not all of it was kind of, a lot of heavy on the Dawn of the Dead, heavy on the Night of the Living Dead. And So we couldn't do that either. So we had to come up with something else, some kind of a challenge. We were in a mall.
The mall offered an alternative.
Mall offered an alternative. And it
Yep.
was just, yeah. We'll be able to show it very shortly. And we got it settled once and for all.
God damn it.
Hopefully this time we come out on the victorious end.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm surprised. I'm surprised I'm still in one piece after that.
Well, there's going to have to be a outtake reel on what happened, because that may be better than the actual bit. I'm serious. I was inside. Well, I don't really want to say what I was in, but where I was laughing so hard that it was echoing all around me, and it was absolutely. It was a scene, man. It was a scene.
Patricia was losing it.
Yeah,
she actually filmed part of it all for us, and Amy was there. Big shout out to Amy also.
Yes, I've been waiting. Yes.
Caregivers. I'm supposed to say it loud because she may be, working in the back, but shout out to Amy. So, there you go. Hopefully she heard that. You got a couple of comments there about that last video we showed.
I'm jumping in. Yep, I'm moving back up, trying to find it.
You got to get back there.
Buffalo Bill House. Yeah, he's like, Luke says, I'd be laughing if I saw it happen at the Buffalo Bill House. Apparently, this is a regular occurrence there. Let's see. The priest picture made me pee a little. Yep, I'm telling you, brother.
Yeah.
I'm tucking right now, says Dave. All right, man.
Lovely. Thanks for the imagery.
Here's a good question. Were there any Suck a Dick Award winners at this con? I have to say no.
No, but...
No. You have to say
okay.
No.
Okay. No.
Not at this time.
Not at this time.
Okay.
Third runner-up, though. There was a third runner-up.
I'll accept that.
Okay.
Maybe the real winners were the dicks we sucked along the way. It has to be. I must have missed the setup.
I hope there was a context for that.
Yes. Luke's laughing at the video. Dave, the video. Gory Tiger even gives us the funny on it. Thank you. And
what's up, Gory?
Let's see. Fucking enchiladas from the mall. Yeah,
that could have been it.
Yep. Is that the flush or Bush beer? What are we doing?
No, I think that's the flush.
And then Dave says, "Wipe your ass, Crank."
I did.
Oh yeah, Patricia wanted us to come and play Cards Against Humanity. Man, we were trying to sort out our material right away that night to get a head start. The internet was so jinky at the hotel we were at. It took all night to upload the shit. Luke says you got to make more videos on the road. It's a requirement. Well, yes, it's what's up.
That's our style.
What's up, James? James Brassfield in the house. James, man, you want to play Curse Your Luck in July? Let us know. We're gonna need you on there, man.
Yeah, private message us, James, on Facebook.
I said you could win Father Thomas
or one of the others.
Don't look in his eyes. Don't look. Don't look. Okay. Yep, cue that 70s music, Zag, after that comment. Yes, I was thinking about it. I don't have it pulled up, man. I got all that stuff shut up. What's up? Yes, brother. What's up, man? Let's see. Maybe the real okay, here we go. Maybe the real treasure was the friends we made along the way. Tumblr meme from several years ago, and I feel so Gen X right now. You had to explain yourself. It's okay.
Yeah. Yeah, because we try not to suck any dicks along the way, personally. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
James said, I looked. Damn. I think he looked at your private parts, Crank, when you were.
No, he looked at Father Thomas's eyes. Stop it.
Oh. I think you might turn to stone if you look at Crank's junk, too.
Well, yeah. Good
And
Lord.
not the
Stop
good
that.
one.
Stop that. All right. What else are we talking about?
Especially not Billy Zane's, at least. That's fucking right.
Nope.
The royal we. I'm not saying the rest.
Suck the dick.
Yeah, somebody could edit that down. Next thing you know. It's crazy. Okay, what's this here? My friend's kid got kicked out of Spencer's for not having an adult with him. I was going to go in with him, but the butt plug section to say out loud, I would get you a butt plug, but that's why I'm in the wheelchair.
That's funny. That next time we're doing that. Yeah.
I think.
All right. So you talked about Nicotero.
We got into Saturday, like I was just starting to talk about the silly bits we were shooting. And
we got some good ones. Yeah. And
good
man,
ones.
And I know you already talked about just the feeling of being in Monroeville Mall. And
right. I said, well, I kind of made the joke about the columns and how it's all been remodeled, except what the fuck is that?
What is what?
That?
It's a frog, man. I'm sitting out by a pool. There's frogs all over the place. If it gets darker, there's going to be like a river of frog
chorus of frogs.
This is the place Yeah, this is the place shortly after they moved in. They came out one night and there were thousands of frogs out here. They thought like the apocalypse was coming. Like some kind of Jesus biblical bullshit was coming out. But yeah, that's gonna be going on.
Right. He's wanting to be on the air. That's all right. It's all right. He's getting his big break. Now, I haven't said a word about any of our stops. Saturday morning.
The side trips?
The side trips.
They saw the one.
They did.
If they were paying attention with the Tom Savini mural.
Well, yes,
that was cool as shit.
We went to the mural, and it's cool, man. It's worth seeing. It's worth driving in there and checking it out.
But the mural was the middle stop amongst 4 that we did the morning before going to the con Saturday.
So it started with, I'll say it then. It started with, we got up about 8 in the morning. We rolled over. It was really close. The Creep Show exterior house where, little Billy lived, Voodoo Doll Billy and Tom Atkins and all that. And it looks a little different, but there's a little sign out there almost like it's for sale, but it's just filled with information about the Creep Show house. There's a guest book to sign. We stuck a nice DCS sticker in there. And then it has a Creep Show, like a cover of the magazine. It's all laminated so you can hold it up and take your pictures and not fucking bother anybody. It's pretty brilliant. It was a little strange going because it's just a regular neighborhood and there's nothing else identifies it as such as that's the only thing there that was shot in that movie. But at 8 in the morning, nobody gave a fuck. Nobody bothered us.
Nope.
Right on the Creep Show
hold on.
in the... Uh-oh.
Let me see if this will show.
And you froze. Oh, there it is.
There it is. Does that show up?
Creep Show house. Yeah, hang on. Let me put you in the solo. Here we go.
Yep. There's a shot of it.
That's it.
It's pretty cool, man. Yeah, it looks like we're holding the comic book up and everything. It's a cool way to do it.
It's all right there in the mailbox. You can pick up everything.
Yeah, we did try to contact the owners of the house, but they were not interested in doing an interview, but that would have been kind of cool too. But I completely respect and understand their decision not to do that. If they do it once, they're going to get flooded with people every year. So I get it.
So we just took a couple of quick pictures, one of those. And also in the information in the Creep Show house, there's a little map that's right around the block down this little dirt road is the airfield from Dawn of the Dead. So we drove up the road, got out. There was a couple other people there too when we got there. But there it was, man, the little fucking office where Peter gets the coffee and fucking the plaid shirt zombie walks in, and Flyboy shoots him. Yes, hang on. That's the first time it hit us in the face. Right there.
Yep.
Because that shit looks exactly the same. Oh.
Yep.
But then we didn't stop there, of course.
We explored that whole damn area too.
You go along the back, the wall was it's a brick wall kind of knocked down. You could jump through it. So we did some trespassing, me and Crank. And we went all the way back to the little red and white checkerboarded hanger back there. And all the hangers up the front, all down the side. We even went it's not even in the fucking movie. We went in there just to get some shots of it.
Right.
And then we went up to the airfield where the airfield used to be, the big helicopter scene where the zombie gets his head lopped off. We got all that too. So that's going to be appearing. We got to chop it down because, man, it's like a 25-minute video and there's a lot of walking.
Oh, yeah.
Dave says Crank needs to get in his Borat swimsuit and the frogs be gone.
No. See
Luke
if I can
says,
make this
iconic
work.
scene. Yes, the helicopter.
Yeah.
The airfield scene is one of my favorites. Luke just walking around there.
Dude, it was surreal.
Wasn't that Stephen King's son in Creepshow?
Was that Joe?
I think it is because somebody told that story, like Savini or that Michael Gornick was telling that story at Whorehound.
I'll look that up here in a second, but let me see if I can play this. This is a short little video. It'll show you the whole property here.
Dig this.
There's the hangars at the back. There's the other property. Just a short video, but let's see if I can start it again.
Yeah, start it again because it went right to there it goes. There's the barn, that red checkerboard way out in the back. Those were the hangars. And right behind Crank is where that field was.
Where the helicopter pad was. Yep. It was cool, man.
Trout. Helicopter Zombie has a crocheted zombie dolls of his character. It's the best. They were a little pricey though. I mean, if they would have been a little bit, I was going to grab one, but I was really wanting to grab they had a little reaction figure, like the old Star Wars styles. Fuck, it was $90, man. I love that shit, but sometimes you got to just say no. Let's see. Luke, is it abandoned? Yes. And that's why we kind of had the balls to go in there because we heard it's scheduled for demolition and redevelopment.
Yeah.
That's why we went in there and shot the fuck out of it. So at least we got it, man. Back. We had to get
it. Maybe
we went inside. We went in that little area, that little white building. We got it all, the angles, all the shots where the zombies come in, the kids. The fucking map was still on the wall, dude.
Yeah. We had to get it just to, for posterity. It seemed like, this might be some of the last footage that was ever filmed there. I mean, a lot of people from the weekend went out there, though. So, I mean, today and yesterday, I've been seeing, like, pictures of other people at that same building and everything, so.
We were just out there at fucking 8:30, that's all.
Right.
So then, after we were just like, wow, that was fucking amazing, we took a little half-hour jaunt north, and we ended up at another iconic Romero location. The Evans, is it Evansville or Evans Cemetery?
Evans City Cemetery.
Evans City Cemetery is what it is. We drove up there. I got some of those on my phone, like the one tune phone. But you got them? Okay, here we go. Let's go to Cranks. Yes, exactly. Look at that shit, man. Now
you may remember that.
Holy fuck. Looking at it now even, dude, it's giving me chills. My hair's standing up on my arm, dude.
It's slick. Hold on, let me go to the next one because
the other one.
This one because I tried to recreate Barbara's look, but that's the stone that she's hanging out by.
And dude, it's just I don't know, man. You feel it. You can fucking feel it as you're around there. I mean, it's They didn't do any in the 1990s stuff there. I guess we could have got to the 1990 house. It was in the area, but
it was in the area.
Can't get the owners aren't into it anymore, and
right.
So it's oh fuck, man. But that I again, if you're gonna do this and go to this convention, plan those stops to go to those places, and if you can go to
the airfield is still there, yeah.
So good. And I, then that kind of, we went to the con after that. We showed up at the con, and then we recorded a lot of these ridiculous bits that I get embarrassed to think about that we're about to release. And then that was the end of Saturday. So we went. Oh yeah, we went. We went out to eat, and Crank picked it. And, it was a 50-year-old recipe, and
it was bad.
It was bad, man. Like I got a pizza. Of course, I got a pizza, but it was like it was a round pizza, but it was almost like a Stouffer's French bread pizza. It did the same exact thing. It burned the shit out of the top of my mouth when I bit into it, but it had the same flavor. But it literally tasted like frozen pizza. It was bad.
It was bad.
Frank had shitty rigatoni, and
oh my god,
I'm happy because he picked that fucking place.
Well, now granted, this was like the 8th or 9th thing on my list of Italian places that I was going through before I found one that like also served pizza that was open.
Christ, I could have found you one that would have been better to your liking. Crank, on that restaurant choice.
Yeah. No, it was bad. I admit it.
He does. Tricia says we should have come over for pizza. She would have found us the right pizza. I agree.
Maybe so.
The fucking shit at Red Robin was better than that shit at that place. I can't think of Pasquale's or Pasquiliani's or something like that.
It was Pascalianos or something like that.
Not too good.
Bad.
Man.
Bad. Ugh. I'm just, I'm. Ugh.
You
want to throw it a little bit in my mouth just thinking about it.
Yep. Get your tuck on because it's terrible. Ugh. So then we got to then Sunday. And Sunday, the con, we had to get there fucking early for the tour.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
our mall tour. And I briefly touched on the tour. I mean, I what do you think? Do you think it needed to be 3 hours?
No, not at all.
However,
but actually, I see why it's 3 hours though, because I mean, hell, even though he said, "Oh, we could trim this down to like 2:15," and it's the people that he's with that are dragging him down. I mean, because we're standing there for like 3 minutes waiting for the whole crowd to catch up. It's like
this dude is
up the
power
pace,
walking.
people.
Yeah, this fucking guy's power walking. I mean, I was kind of like out of breath, even like Jesus, trying to stay up front so we could get good footage.
Right.
A 3 hour tour. I was waiting for that, Lorena. I was waiting for that. Thank you for not disappointing. It was, but it was only 2 hours and 15 minutes. But again, in addition to the 9 to 11 columns, marble columns we saw that were appearing in the movie,
the star of the tour.
Those were the only original things left in the main mall. I get it. I understand.
Pretty much.
But at the same time, maybe you just kind of john along and here you go. Here they are. But when you go into the maintenance room and you go into the boiler room and see that, you see the actual office where they go, hey, maybe a little background noise will help us move around. And they start clicking on all the music and the lights and everything. We saw that.
Was cool.
That's really cool. You see that room where Steven fought it out with that one maintenance zombie. You know, when he falls down and gets him with the last bullet.
Mm-hmm.
That's cool. You know, and like I said, I showed him, they gave us the little layout of the old school, how the mall was.
I saw that. That's cool.
And I would recommend, I don't know if it's worth $50. I think you make it like $25 and you show a couple of the columns. You go into the fucking valley, into the depths of it. You take them up to the hiding place and all those spots. Everybody would be fucking happy with that. Would have been fine.
Yeah.
But, you know, like I said, when the guy's in there reenacting, he probably does about 6 to 7 scenes in its entirety, one guy, and grabs a volunteer to be a zombie or a couple of them to be zombies. And he loves it though. I mean, it's hard to fault him because he's such a super fan of the shit. But
I appreciate his passion. I appreciate his passion and dedication to figuring out all those spots because, yeah, that probably took years.
It's obsession level, like the detail
that
he went, But I mean, we witnessed a couple of guys kind of going like they were all excited too, and it's like, oh well, I heard this and that. He'd be up, stop talking. I'm gonna get to that. And like he was just very he had to do it in his style, his way, his order, and everything. But it was still cool. It was neat to see. I'm glad we did it. We had to do it. And we got a ton of footage. We got most of it recorded, but I mean, you don't want to see it. I'm just telling you, we're going to show you the best parts, and that way he's not, you can't just watch our video and then, I've seen it already, because
we're not going to give you a 3-hour video of it. That's for sure.
That. You're going to get the fucking, the 5-minute version.
Right.
Okay.
What else? We get done with the tour, and then we kick into interview mode, basically.
Yeah, we run out. We got to get our gear, get the mics, get the cameras, and that's when we went right in. Actually, on the tour, we run into Gary Striner. He's walking with his coffee, and Larry's all like, "Oh, here he is, Gary Striner, Image 10 Productions. He's gonna go. Make sure you stop and see him." And I'm like, right when he's like, "All right, have a great tour, guys." And I was like, "Gary, see you for that interview after this. As soon as we're done." He was like, "Yeah, okay."
Yep.
I was making sure that we locked it down, again, just to remind him we hadn't seen him since Friday. So, and we walked in. He was like, "Oh, you remembered." So we sat down and we interviewed Gary Striner, Image 10, brother of Russ Striner, Johnny.
Right.
Barbara.
Did you pull that?
I did not. I'll show you what I pulled. I mean, let's see. What are we, an hour in only? Oh, goodness. It's the only thing I got left. I did. I will. I have. I just I strung together several of the IDs.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Just to show you who we kind of chatted with. Except didn't put Greg Nicotero in, so something happened with the download. So,
right.
But he did one too. You will be seeing shortly. But it was great hearing. Like Gary said the best thing, and I talked to him a little bit Friday, and I tried to ask him the same things because I wanted him to say the same things and the way he did Friday, and he didn't in our interview. So, like what I said was like, wow, Night of the Living Dead to me was one of the first times as a kid I got that gut punch from the end of a movie where I was just like, oh, Ben gets shot between the fucking eyes. I was just like, no fucking way. It ruined my Saturday. I mean, I was like, I couldn't stop thinking about it. I was like, I can't believe after that fucking effort that happens. And he was like, yeah, he goes, he's like, I always resented you fans. And for this reason, because when we shot it, we saw what we were getting. He goes, but you guys got to see it not knowing what was coming. He goes,
right.
We got to get that, And then when I asked him the same question on Sunday, he didn't say it like that. He does give a pretty satisfying answer, but not as good as that.
Yeah.
And then we went around the corner, and Crank sat down with...
Oh, Russ Striner, Johnny himself, man. Good Lord. That was... I mean...
pretty
no skin off of Greg Nicotero or anything at all. That is cool to talk to Greg Nicotero because currently he's like one of those, top tier horror guys, especially with Walking Dead, Creepshow, and his entire history. But right now he's on top of the world. But man, to sit down with Russ Striner, who was a personal friend of George Romero, one of the first people on screen in Night of the Living Dead, the 1968 version, is just it was a special moment, man. And I don't know if the interview catches it in my eyes at all, but I'm kind of just not necessarily emotional, but I'm right there, man. That was a big deal to me. I felt that. I felt that interview.
He's 82, and you can still see Johnny in there. He's got the smirk. He's still got the eye, and he's still smart as a fucking whip.
Oh, and he was so kind and gracious, and
his answers were so well. Yeah, so well thought out. His answers, I mean, can't argue. I was the cameraman. That's it. But it was just like, wow, this is really good.
Oh, it was beautiful, man.
You'll get to see his epic ID. It is part of the package I put together. So
that was so good too.
Yeah. And then, we once again, Bill Moseley was right there. He every time we walk by him, hey, Death Curse, in his voice, it was great. I mean, like I was telling everybody earlier, it's kind of neat and strange to be treated as like kind of a peer with some of these people now. Some of these crowds that we keep seeing them over and over and over again.
Well, we're not just the fan anymore. It's these guys. They'll probably want an interview. It's their media, and it's cool to be recognized like that. It kind of validates it a little bit.
I agree.
So
I agree. So yeah, we chatted with them a little bit, just talked about stuff.
I also like the fact that both Johnnies, 68 and 90, were in the same room side by side. That was probably one of the smarter things they did in that.
I was trying I wanted to go. We had that camera set up, and we got a Bill Moseley ID as well. And I just wanted to say, hey, man, give me the contrast, but he said it at his own fucking panel. Like we heard him talking about the Johnny and how he based it on this and what he watched to practice the cadence of it when he did the coming to get you, Barbara. And then he ad-libbed the whole, honey, Barbara, they've been dead a long time. So, yeah, he's the coolest. I love Bill. He's probably, I would say he's probably my favorite of all the ones we keep running into over and over again. Daniel Harris, a close second.
I think Danielle just a nudge higher than Bill for me, but Bill is one of the coolest, man. He just is.
It would be great to get them both saying, "We're coming to get you, Barbara." Some girl got that.
Yeah.
Where one guy said it and then he said it, and it was just like, oh.
We should have gotten them to like face off together and then say it, but I didn't think about it at the time.
I was trying to, but I just couldn't put it together. I was like, he looked like he had to get up and leave like right after he signed Crank shit. So
yeah, they were. Well, it was Sunday. It was the end of the day, so they're heading out. They were trying to.
Was it the book?
Oh, there you go.
As a matter of fact, it was. I think I got that.
As a matter of fact, it was.
Hey, all right.
You still have it.
I still have that one. I still got it. Yeah, but then we went around. We chatted with Heather
Major.
Yes, she played Sarah, the daughter, in 1990. Cool as the fucking other side of the pillow, man. She was just like, she was all down with just, this is my first con. This is fucking awesome. She couldn't believe it, and just, got a couple stories about, and I asked her if she had ever had any experience or was even aware of the original Night of the Living Dead at 14 years old when she made, let me get you sold it out there, Night of the Living Dead 1990. Quite a looker, too. But
she's still smoking.
Mentioned she was married.
Oh, a couple times because she thought you were hitting on her.
I was not, though.
She thought you were.
I was just asking questions, fan questions. But she was just really cool. She was. And then we went around the corner and got McKee. Fuck. Can't think of her last name.
Is it Anderson? McKee.
McKee Anderson sounds right. but she was the mother in Night of the Living Dead 1990, and
Right.
she was really cool too. I fixed up her ID she did for us a little bit for this tape anyway. We can go back. I'll show you because I don't know. I mean, it was just funny because we got Heather and then we left that hall, and as we came back in, we were out. And here comes
Or no, we were walking away. Yeah.
yeah. And here comes McKee, and she's like, "Oh, hey guys," you know, and we're like, "Hey, are you going back to the table?" She's like, "Yeah." And she's like, "Oh, we were about to." She's like, "Well, let's go." She's all like Dorothy on us, man. We're all skipping back to Hall H, you know, to go back to sign at her table. So she was really, really cool.
Yeah, that was funny. I was like, "We were just looking for you," and she's like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and I'm like, "No, we're gonna come back."
I was creeping for IDs, dude. That's it.
Yeah. Oh, please.
Stop.
If she'd have shown any interest, you'd have been like, Crank, I need to go back to that hotel room right now.
Oh yeah, that would have worked
maybe
out.
Maybe not that hotel room, but
maybe not that hotel. Maybe she had a room, huh? For God's sake. No,
good Lord.
Completely professional. We don't roll that way.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, it was.
We do. If Danielle Harris even said anything to the effect of "I could really use a drink right now," I'd be like, "I have a drink for you. Let's go." Professional or not,
I would have to stand aside and
professional or not, I would.
For you.
I would be out the door. Taxi.
I wouldn't even question it. I'd be like, "Well, there you go." I mean, sometimes dreams do come true.
It's starting to get dark out here. I may go turn on the light.
You're like lit up right pretty good. It looks good.
It looks all right?
Looks all right.
Did you show off any of the stuff you got?
Just I showed the autographs from Gary and Greg. They did give us some laminates to walk around the location tour.
Do you by chance have my Russ autograph? I don't.
No.
Was it in the same? If you've got the Gary one and you didn't see the Russ, it wouldn't be. You wouldn't have it.
I took mine out. I took the Gary one out.
Right. I thought you did, but I just haven't seen it since I've been here. But I haven't gone through everything I have. So no, I believe you.
Together, yeah.
I believe you. I'm sure I've got it. It's in my bag somewhere, but I just haven't been there.
Yeah, that's all the possible places it could have been.
I can go get the couple of things that I picked up and be back.
Yeah, go ahead. I'll show them my shirt in the meantime.
I'll let you talk.
Yeah, they had like a really cool poster, and it was pretty much like this. Awesome. It was funny though. They had like the ones with the Living Dead logos and shit on them, and then like this guy had one in another store that he pretty much redrew in the same style, the exact same design, without any of the graphics on it, and then wanted $10 more. I was kind of like, "Whoa, this is badass!" And he's like, "I gotta come clean. You could probably get this at the main booth for $10 with the logo on it." I went, "Oh, okay," but that's where I found the shirt. So I went, "Oh, that's where I'm going."
Not much longer though, I don't think.
Let's see. Carrie says, "Crank, sad news about Julie Cruz."
I saw that, Carrie. Yeah, I'm not. Yeah, that's that was bad. I didn't like that. But what you gonna do?
What you gonna do? But I think that was about it for like interviews and no. We did talk to Savini and he
we chatted with Savini, yep.
Yeah. He was
we didn't do an interview with him.
Yeah, he was gassed. He was completely done.
Bring me back.
I'm still in solo. Sorry, Mood. There you go.
Yeah, he was ready to go. No, I don't need
Oh,
solo.
I thought
yet.
you were gonna show off your thing. Okay.
Not yet. Okay. No, it was funny because when we walked up to Zavini, we were like, "Hey, how's it going, man?" He was like, "Kill me," because he was just he was tired by that point. He was ready to get back to the airport or wherever he was going.
Is that you got those couple on your phone? Like couple of the selfies we took with that zombie maybe, and the Night Riders props.
I know I've got the Knight Rider props, but I don't know if I have any with Flyboy. But yeah, here we go.
Solo.
There's us and Tom with some of the Knight Rider costumes that have been recently refurbished, or however you want to say it.
He's like, he dragged those out of his collection just for this show.
Right. And that's cool. Those were cool to see. Not Knight Rider, the TV show, by the way.
No. Knight Riders
Different.
is a movie. I don't think Romero made it or had anything to do with it. Did he? I don't think so. Maybe he produced it or something.
I assume he did.
It's bikers doing jousting kind of stuff. Like they live like an old kingdom. You know, they have a king, they have knights and all this, and they joust. They do it's a touring carnival, but it's a pretty good story. Savini's one of the knights. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I do have this zombie.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't have that one, so
I've got this one, not Flyboy.
Yeah, I got the Flyboy one. Let me get you in solo. There you go.
This guy was cosplaying as 1990, the first zombie, which was cool as shit.
Let's see here. Okay, I got one. There you go.
Oh yeah, that guy was amazing. And then he cosplayed as Johnny the next night or the next day. Like
so good, man.
Yeah.
He came in there. He was the guy they used for the Flyboy solo for the photo ops.
Mm-hmm.
And I was kind of like, when I saw that, I was like, you want $75 for a fucking imposter? Once I saw him, I was like, oh shit. You know what? I don't think I would mind.
Yeah.
And then
maybe not 75.
He was happy doing selfies for nothing. And if you caught him in the hallway.
Right. No, he was cool.
See here.
And he was from England.
Yes. There was a lot, man. This thing was worldwide represented. Lots of Irish people, and let's see here. Here's a good one. Oh
yeah. While you do that, Dave is asking what happened to Julie Cruz. Yeah, Carrie says it. Julie Cruz passed away last week. Julie Cruz was the vocalist and collaborator with David Lynch. She did the vocals for Twin Peaks, for those that don't know. There you go. Down.
There you go, Lorena.
I forgot you had that one.
That's right. All right.
Lovely.
I got a couple of more nice ones in here. I'm saying I usually would have, if I had more time, I would have put them up and got them ready already out here. But
yeah, I haven't had time to put hardly anything on the computer to mess with yet. So we're flying by the skin of our pants here. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
So fucking amazing, man.
What do they call that area now? The Romero
Court. Romero Plaza.
Romero Plaza?
Yeah.
Maybe that was it. Yeah. It was cool, man.
Patricia? Matea says,
what?
You're a marble column.
You're a marble column.
We'll ignore that horrible spelling of column. All right. Here's a good one. This was actually from the museum.
Oh. Yep.
actual suit from the helicopter zombie, but I didn't stop there. I actually got the top of his fucking head too.
I tell you what, guys, if you're ever in the pit, and if you're ever in the Pittsburgh area, stop by the mall and go to that museum. That little tour, it's only $8 a person. It's worth it, man. It's cool to see all that memorabilia, and it's not just Romero stuff. It's all kinds of zombie stuff. There's some Evil Dead things in there. They got one of Michael Jackson's outfits from Thriller, and the makeup on a mannequin in there.
Yeah, it's one of the funnier bits we have. You'll see. I don't want to spoil it, but this room kind of had the progression of zombies.
Yeah,
from like the 50s through like 2000s. So that was my favorite, of course, the Fulci, of course.
Of course. You're a Marvel fan.
It was cool, man. I can't say enough about it. I was really, I feel like it was worth it.
It was a long drive, but I think it was worth it. I really appreciated the weekend. I appreciate Lawrence and his wife or Larry, excuse me.
Larry.
Call me Larry. Call me Larry. Yeah.
I love Knight Riders. Last time I watched it, but it was over 20 years ago, so I wonder if it holds up at all. I'm still waiting for the release of a Blu-ray. I haven't been able to locate one reasonably priced anyway yet. So,
right.
Trisha, I'm glad you guys made it. Of course, we're glad too, and just another proof that if the DCS comes to your town, we're hanging out, man.
Yeah.
You're in.
Yeah.
And Patricia was more than gracious. She wanted us to come down there. If we'd have had fucking a little more time and stable internet, maybe we would have had some extra time. But damn, man.
No doubt. We got to.
We got
to spring for a better hotel next time.
Yeah. Well, everything was late. This was late learning that we were even going to go to this thing.
Oh, I know. We
did not go interview Joe Shelby.
No.
I think he got bumped for Russ Striner, which we kind of felt like that one was a little bit
I wanted that one bad.
Deeper, than Shelby's was. I mean, I hope we'll get him again. I mean, I told him all these guys too when we were talking to him, like, hey, if it gets to the point where you're too busy, we could always have you on the live show. And they were like, hell yes, they would love to come on and talk this shit live to you guys,
Right. And we got a couple of people to talk to scheduled down the road that we're going to have on that we talked to there.
Oh yes, let's get that concrete, and then you guys will be happy. It's some good stuff coming your way.
Yep.
Let's see. He said it looked like a shitty hotel. Literally, they seen it.
Funny.
Honestly, the hotel itself, we expected the worst, and maybe it was just our room was pretty clean. Aside from the internet, I have no complaints. The fucking shower was hot.
Well, for you it was.
Well, it was for me.
Yeah, because you jumped in first. Both times.
I just said, you need to get in there. And that's how I get going, boss. I get the shower up and I'm ready to go. Otherwise, I lay in bed all day and we don't do nothing.
Next time I'm jumping in first, asshole.
That's right. Sick.
Well, next time, hopefully we'll have a B&B and not a hotel. So
yeah, we'll have more time to plan it out and maybe grab the VIPs and shit and see what the hell, go to some of those mixers. So it looked like all the celebs were right there interacting with the VIP fans.
Yeah, it looked like the mixer was pretty cool. I don't know if it was worth the additional price, but we'll see.
We'll see.
Anyway, I have this shirt to show. You already showed off the convention shirt, right?
Yeah.
Did you show your Jason shirt that you got? I don't know if this will show up in this light.
Yeah, you can see it. It's kind of done with bleach, and then they vinegar it after it's
bleach. It's bleach and a stencil, and they do this. It's pretty slick. I like this one a lot. You got one of the
hockey.
You got one with Yeah, with Jason on it.
I haven't got that out of my suitcase yet.
Did you? You didn't tell Colonel about this either, did you?
I did not. You can show yours. Let me see. Is mine down here? Hang on a second. I'll grab it.
This is a tumbler I picked up. It's gonna be crappy because of the glare. Man, I can't cover all that. Nope. Can't do anything about the glare, folks. But this tumbler. Do you remember the company that does these?
I got their card somewhere.
These tumblers are badass. And S. Michael, good. Okay, you're still here.
Wasn't it?
S. Michael. I don't know which one it is. What's the name on that one?
Shea Pie Designs. Shan Pie.
Yeah, I think that's it.
I think it is too, because that's one of the last ones we got.
Yeah, and S. Michael, they got a Jaws one here that you will love. We'll try to send you their contact information so you can check it out on their store. But we saw it, and I was like, oh, that's something for S. Michael. You got yours?
I went with this. Ash. Oh, baby. But they got it all. I mean, look at the top. Girl's eating her own fucking hand off.
Yep.
Julie with the fucking laughs. Scotty up in the corner. That's some good fucking artwork. And of course, we couldn't leave the Colonel out. He's probably not watching.
Probably.
We'll show you what we got him. Because that's how we roll.
Yeah, if we're a man down, we're going to get him something.
See that? Classic monsters for the Colonel. Fucking beautiful.
Yeah, these are great, man. If you can, punch in that website on the comments if you've got their card handy.
I hope that's the same place.
If it's not, folks, let us know and we'll change it up. Yeah, S. Michael says those tumblers are wicked awesome. I'm not playing, man. You will shit the bed over the Jaws one. The Jaws one is so fucking cool.
Go back to comments.
Fuck.
Yes, Mr. Frog.
Yep, the frog is talking. Yep, even Patricia says those tumblers are great. Oh, S. Michael also got his "He Who Shall Not Be Named" shirt on Saturday. Mrs. S. Michael was cracking up. Yep. Those are just for you guys. We can't sell those, obviously, and we wouldn't even sell those. That's probably what do they call that in the legal world? Libel.
Yeah. Even though he is a dick, and can't be saying it.
Prove
Try
you're not
that
a dick,
link, folks, and if that link don't work, it might be a O instead of a 0 on the end. I can't really tell on their card.
Yeah, it should always be a 0, I think.
Okay, I
That's
made
one
it
of
a
the
0
rules of the internet. All right.
But yeah.
Oh,
so
and I also picked up a. This is the only non-horror thing I got.
Oh, geez.
But it was. Yeah, I'm gonna mention it. But I have a Laserdisc player at the house. It still works, and I picked up a Glengarry Glen Ross Laserdisc for $5. I had to have it. But shut up, dude. You don't. Fuck you. Coffee is for closers.
Let's see, the tumblers were like 25
20
bucks a piece, something like that.
20, 25, but I think with shipping they were like 25 to ship is what they said. So anyway, this is my crown jewel that I got. And I didn't even get this at the con. I got this at a shop across the way. But I'd heard about this, but I had yet to have seen it until
Yep. Take your
this
time.
weekend.
Thing.
God damn.
Take your time,
There we
Tony.
go.
I told you about that game like 6 months ago. I'll be right back. I got to grab something upstairs. I'll be right back.
All right. Yeah. The Thing, the board game, man. And holy shit, I had to pick this up and grab this because I have the Thing that they kickstarted a while back. I guess this is officially licensed by Universal. And it's supposed to have more of the movie characters in it. I haven't popped it open yet, which is why you can still see the glare on it. But yeah, this was my crown jewel right here. I love this. I may do an unboxing of this once I get home and get some other editing done because this looks too damn cool. So I'm pumped about that. It looks like Ziggy took off for a minute. He'll be back. But and Patricia also got us. Is that what you want to get? Did you go to get the Patricia gift that she gave us?
What's that?
Did you go get the Patricia gift she gave us?
No, that's in my pants.
I've got.
My car.
I'll go get it real quick. You talk
I'll
about
show
whatever
this.
you're doing.
Yes, I have another vendor that we've seen all over the country. Whorehound, Crypticon, you name it. We've seen them. They're called the Cuddle Cult, and they make little pillows and stuff based on our favorite icons. Being it's the Living Dead Festival, I had to go with George A. Romero, our friend Ashley over at the Cuddle Cult. You can look that up. When there's no more room in hell. Wait a minute.
When there's no more room in hell, the dead will walk the earth.
That's better. And they had this like in a giant size too. I just went with the little one just because, be easier to hang up on the wall somewhere.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, let me get out of my solo. Here we go.
Yeah. Then Patricia was gracious enough to also get us a little gift. She got each of us one of these. I'll try to hold it here.
Yes.
A little Jason pendant, a little silver Jason mask pendant, which is cool as hell. This will probably be on my set next week.
Oh, yes.
I'll have to point it out. I'll be honest, I'm not one for jewelry, but dig that. That's pretty cool.
Let's say I already got one up on the set as it is, and I'll add that one to it.
There you go. Woo!
Yeah, man. Well, yeah, it was a weekend. It was fucking nonstop running and working. It was work. It's not like going to a con as a civilian. That's for sure.
Oh no, not the way we roll.
No, you got to.
We get a little time to just look around, but then it's like 70-30, 80-20, somewhere in there. I'd say we get about 20% of the time to shop, interact with people, see some friends, but then 70-80% of the time it's just like thinking about bits, thinking about interviews, thinking about who we're going to approach and when, and that's how we do it.
And boy, oh boy. Now let's see. After this one's done now, I've got. Go ahead.
You got Motor City Nightmares coming up.
Oh, the link worked. Okay. Yep.
Yeah. And he says that Jaws tumbler is a must-have. Man, I ain't playing.
I almost bought it. I'll tell you what. If they hadn't had that Evil Dead one, I probably would have gone with the Jaws. It looks so that good, But yeah, next up in the cons for me, a solo visit to the Motor City Nightmares. I'm going after Julian Sands from the movie Warlock, Arachnophobia. There's a couple of other actors I want to try to meet and talk to, hopefully, and maybe we can get some stuff to talk about. But I'll probably bust in there for one day. That's not like a weekend pass or anything.
Right.
It's just not big enough.
And then August, we got Oklahoma City Horror Con. That one's going to be fun. I think FaZe is going to join us for that.
Yeah, it's like me and the Crankster reuniting for more madness, but we got to infuse the FaZe-ster into the mix. And, he's a good sport, and he's just as sick as the rest of us are, and he'll fit in nicely in Oklahoma. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be sick, and there are some things cooking that we can't even talk about yet that are so fucking epic. It gives me an erection. I don't have a problem telling you that.
I have a problem hearing it, but
Well,
that's a different story. Yep. We'll be seeing.
BK says, I'll roll with you, Zigster. You want to go to Motor City, bro? Cool. Me and you will kick it in there. We'll go meet some people.
There you go. You got somebody to hold a camera for you.
That's where I met James Ramar. And that's where I met Michael Beck. And, dude, I wanted to call you from Living Dead Weekend. We met this place. They had scripts and different shots of actors, like in their roles, doing roles. They had the guy, the main baseball Fury, one of the baddest pictures I've ever seen, a close-up of his face, the green face, autographed. They had scripts autographed. I mean, dude, it was so sick. But man, they were a little pricey. They were like $100+ to get, like Michael Beck autograph to get your baseball Fury guy. But dude, it would have looked good in your setup. That's all I'm saying.
Yep.
Let's
that's
see.
the third one we were going to mention.
Yes, that's Michael. We are definitely going to September. So you want to come down and hang and get crazy with us? We got a Thing reunion, 40-year anniversary going down Whorehound, Cincinnati. Colonel will be in attendance for that one. So if you folks that need your Colonel fix in the flesh, now's the time.
That's right. Patricia, come down to Cincy.
Yeah. James says, hell yeah, HorrorCon, OKC, baby. We're coming, James.
James, we'll see you there.
We'll see you.
Yep. Find us earlier this time.
Yes. Yeah, you seen that list that's coming together in OKC? There's some decent gets. A lot bigger than last year. Looks like it's doubled the size.
And I think some are still waiting to be announced. Yeah.
There's a huge one that's not been mentioned. I hope they do go ahead and close that deal.
Yeah, I hope it's going to happen.
Tricia says it's hard for me to travel. We know.
Yeah, I
get a convoy to come down. We will accommodate. James says yes. And seriously, bro, if you want to play Curse Your Luck, you got like 3 weeks. It'll be like July. Oh wait, are we going to bump it that week, or are we going to play it?
July 9th, isn't it?
July 9th.
Because we were going to bump it.
You got an extra week. So study up on your horror trivia and get ready. And like I said, you're going to win one of these kick-ass prints here for sure. And
no, July 11th. July 11th. Excuse me.
You know you want to get your Tuck on sticker. Buffalo Bill approved.
We can say this. We could say this about Chris and the Buffalo Bill house.
Yeah.
He is going to come on. Chris, the guy that bought the Buffalo Bill house, he's going to come on the show sometime, hopefully around September, and make a big announcement about something that he's got, hopefully opening in his B&B. He bought the Buffalo fucking Bill house, man, from Silence of the Lambs. You can stay overnight there.
And he's furnished it as such.
Yes. Let's just leave it at that. But we're going to get him to come on and talk to him about why are you weird enough to buy the Buffalo Bill house?
You're asking that? Listen, let me just tell you right now, this motherfucking guy is out of his goddamn gourd, but he is hilarious. He is so entertaining, but he is fucking whacked. And I love it, though. He's the perfect kind of guy to come on this show and entertain you motherfuckers, because he's that funny. It's going to be good, man. So, yeah, look forward to that. That's in September. He pretty much, we already got that locked down, because we're working on something to we can do a sleepover at the Buffalo Bill house, DCS style. That's all I'm going to say about it for now.
I wasn't even going to bring that up, man.
Well, we ain't got anything finished yet, anything worked out, but this is what we're working on. We're going to, and all the trimmings that come along with it, the DCS sprinkles of goodness that you want to see, you'll get. Crank doing the tuck and all that shit, yes.
We're going to get kicked off YouTube for that.
That's awesome. I would totally sleep there just to do the mirror scene. I mean, would you tuck me? Oh, I'd tuck me.
I'd tuck me. I'd tuck me so hard.
Oh, my God.
Yep.
Chris is super cool. Seen tons of interviews with him. Yes.
he's an interesting cat, and again, another vendor that we've only seen twice,
Right.
but spotted us immediately, and we're just like, "Hey, it's you guys!" You know.
He actually he's involved in one of our bits too, which is kind of funny. So I can't wait to share that one too.
That one's one I'm kind of excited about.
Holy fuck, triple tux. Yeah, I mean,
Ziggy's already said he's not going to do it.
I'm not tucking.
And
I'm going to be the appalled.
Colonel, I don't think could do it. Or did he already say he wouldn't do it?
I don't know.
And Frog is.
I thought of a really bad joke that I'm going to skip. I'm not going to say.
All right, fine.
It's just, it's not cool. It's kind of mean.
Don't do it then.
I saw Lou Ferrigno is supposed to be at the HorrorCon. Some more interesting people as well. Yes, Lou Ferrigno is confirmed. We can say that.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to meeting the Hulk, too. I think that'll be cool.
Yeah. I got to find that picture of me outside of Drysdale's where he's holding me at 3 years old the first time I met him. 3 or 4 years old. It's the cutest fucking Polaroid you've ever seen in your life, but I need to find that.
Faye says, shit, I'm going to miss the Thing reunion in September? Better be the best damn wedding I've ever attended. I agree, dude. But, I
hope it's an open bar, Chris.
They haven't confirmed Kurt Russell. They haven't confirmed John Carpenter, so I don't think that's happening because, this motherfucker would be completely sold out already if that was the case. We did get our early entry tickets this time, though. We don't have to. No chance we're going to miss that panel. Don't worry. Not like the screen on this panel one. Well, what do you think, man? I got one last. We kind of talked about all of our little teases and stuff. I can actually show some of the ID reel.
Yeah, let's show the ID reel and then wrap this up.
Wrap this up before the frogs drag Crank away. Okay, here it is. Just a little, 3 or 4 or 5 of the guests we got to talk to this weekend, wishing their best to the DCS. Dig this.
Hey, how's it going? I'm Heather Mazer. You're watching Death Curse Society. Stay scared.
Hi, I am McKee Anderson from Night of the Living Dead 1990. I just want to say one thing to you. Oh, my baby. Oh, my baby.
Yeah, hey, it's Bill Moseley, and you're watching Death Curse Society. Don't turn the fucking dial.
This is Russ Striner from Night of the Living Dead. And I just want to tell all of you who are tuned in to Death Curse Society, they're coming to get you, Death Curse Society.
Oh my God, it gives me chills. That's so good, man.
Man, I had to lean in for that. That's so.
I just love that he got all serious.
and
gave
held
the fans
that
what they wanted.
And held that crazy look in his eye, too. God damn it. Man, I want to get him on the fucking show.
I don't think it's out of the realm of possibilities. I think if we were doing something, let's see. Well,
I want to sit down for an hour with him.
We're 6 years away from 60-year anniversary.
Yeah, but I want to sit down for an hour with him, man. Just
an hour?
Fuck. He's got stories that need to be told. I know he's probably told them other places, but fuck that guy.
Well, there's that. That's the one thing I couldn't find. We were looking for all weekend is that document of the dead, the documentary of the dead that they did.
Right.
I looked. I was looking for it. I wanted to purchase that DVD. And I did not find it. Maybe you can point me in the right direction online somewhere because I'd like to pick that up. But I think there'd be a lot of that stuff would probably be in that one.
I think the frogs are getting closer. They're surrounding me now. Carrie says it sounds like a load of Donald Ducks are having a conversation. It's kind of weird.
Yes.
Go ahead, sorry.
DK. Damn. Yeah, man. It was That's not even all of them, dude. I mean,
that's not all of them.
Badass. Yeah, James, we think so too. It was absolutely, like I said, upon first walking in there, and it's like, yeah, this don't look nothing like it used to look back in the day. And by the time Sunday came, it was just after talking to everybody, it was like Night of the Living Dead had just happened. You know what I mean? Just a couple of months ago. It's like we were right back in that shit, man. It was just so good. The Russ one is the best. I probably have to agree. It's pretty good. Carrie, love. Yes. They're coming to get you.
There you go. Got two of you right in a row. It's funny. You posted that and they shut the fuck up, though. That's nice. Thank you.
It was, it's just something about icons like that doing iconic lines just for stupid shit like this. And I said that to Gary, too. I was like, man, and even now you're still giving back over 50 years later. And here you are giving a little time to an up-and-coming production that isn't really a huge mark. Like the guy, you've made this giant crater in this horror world. And he's just like, oh, shit. It's like, come on, we're all the same. We're all equal here. It's like, well, on the surface, we're getting there. We're on the way. But
it was a cool event, man. Go ahead.
Says Michael, I'm really glad you guys made it out to the event. It's kind of unique experience due to the location and the camaraderie of the locals. That's what it is. I can't say it enough. The community, the camaraderie, it was all fucking just, it's you can't help it. I mean, just the way everybody knew each other, and it's just a long time no see. Hey, how you doing, man? And just genuinely happy to see him.
You saw that left and right, just walking through the mall, people would bump into each other at, different times and hug and exchange, family stories, how are your kids? How are your grandkids? Blah, 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 blah. It was cool to see that. Now, as a first timer there, I will say one of the few very almost insignificant negatives was that we were the outsiders. No one knew us there. And so we weren't feeling that love, except for, from Patricia and, a couple other people that kind of knew us. But if we kept going back every year, every couple of years or something like that, then I think we would be accepted open arms and wholeheartedly. Oh, yeah.
Bootleg S. Michael was there. Josh Shirt. No, there was a cat. Your doppelganger was fucking walking around there, S. Michael. All over the place.
Did you get a shot of him, Patricia?
I didn't.
Man,
I was like, damn, that guy looks just like S. Michael.
That was crazy. But yeah, hopefully in a few years we'll be more familiar with some of these folks. We, got to try to know a few of them, and things like that. But
just due to the acceptance and how willing cast members of these classic movies were to talk to us, I would absolutely go back again. I hope they could just pull, because I know they do Return of the Living Dead sometimes and other zombie movies, and that's great too. That's fine. But I'll be watching to see what the new lineup's going to be.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe the DCS gets a booth in there next time. We'll see what happens.
Well, I'm going to connect with Larry and try to work that connection, see what we can do for next time we go.
I sent him a friend request.
Did you?
Yep.
Cool. Let me ask you this: where would you rank this among the cons that we've been to so far?
I was thinking that earlier. I would probably put it right on the same level as like Crypticon was, because that one was pretty good where it was, but
that was good because it was above the first one.
Above it.
Right.
Below Horror Hound, just because, but it's right there. It's right there.
Okay.
It was a great experience, it was right there.
I think, and I'm counting these collectively, but the Horror Hounds are probably still my top right now. They're probably one of the best conventions. They're wall to wall, but that's probably my favorite convention. Second, very close second.
They get it.
They do get it, and they've got the history and the years under their belt to know what to do with a con. Secondly, even though they are inexperienced, I would put Oklahoma City under there. And 90% of the reason I put that there is because they let us run roughshod and do whatever the fuck they want, or whatever the fuck we want, and I love that. I want that with all the cons, I mean, we have
that guy,
almost.
he knows what we're going to give to him, and he sees, he understands that it's just nothing but pure promotion for what he's doing. So
Right. We almost have unfettered access to, most of the stars that are there, any event that's going on. And I love that. But this would be probably my third. And yeah, that's what I was getting ready to say. It's unique because of the location, like as Michael mentioned. And that group, I mean, I know every con, group is family in a way. This one's a tier up on family, and that's all I'm saying. Yeah, I know, man. They're fucking getting closer and closer. It's kind of creepy.
2022, the legacy sequel to Frogs. Crank's days are numbered.
That's James says that's Crank's buddy. And Patricia, I'm gonna toss a frog. I love it.
Yeah, but there we just spent 2 fucking hours talking about Living Dead Weekend, and it's just a prequel, a precursor to what's coming with this fucking sizzle reel. I don't know if you've ever seen our Crypticon sizzle reel. That's usually kind of ranked as one of the funnier ones we've done. This one is going to beat that, I think.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
It's completely madness.
Let me see if I can find a link to that.
Oh, Patricia, you guys are like family to me. Yes, we agree. And that's what it's all about, man. And we appreciate every last one of you. And if we get to your area, you better report front and center so we can tear up the con in your town.
I can't find it.
Because it's in the the recap.
There it is.
Oh, you got it?
I found it.
Because we did some cinematic intros on this one too, and I think it's gonna.
I think this is it. Yep.
I looked at that footage a little bit. It's gonna work. Like we would have needed a little bit more light, I think, to highlight some things, but it was good. Look at this UK PJ party, all horror pajama theme. I love it.
You find the you find a sponsor to fly us over.
Yeah, right.
I'm game.
Fuck, I flew over. I flew to London in 1999. It was $501 back then. It's got to be.
Let me try to post that link again. It's not going.
It's popping up here.
Yeah, it's saying an error occurred. Did it go?
Yeah, I see it. Facebook. Yeah, they're all here.
All right. There we go. All right.
They're there.
So I would put Living Dead Weekend number 3 for me right now. Oh, and there's a couple reasons. Only because it's the first time we've been there. The other two have, 2 or 3 other stops that we've made at like Horror Hound. We've been to 4 of those now, I think. Or I've been to 3. You guys have been to 4.
I'd have to throw in, I got to consider Astronomicon. I got to consider Motor City Nightmares. I got to,
I am.
All that stuff. Just how they set them up and everything. OKC, right. Yeah, I mean, that one, this year I think is going to make that one step a little further apart. I think, it's going to be off the chain this year, especially with us really, really going at it like this. Now we've got momentum after this one.
Yep.
OKC, you don't know what the fuck's coming your way.
Not yet.
Huh. Let me tell you.
Sky's the limit. Let me tell you. All right.
Yeah, there was a group from the UK and some Irish fellas and some German fellas.
Mm-hmm.
Saw them all.
Yep. Like he said, this was an international thing, man. They were coming from all over.
It just shows you the impact of the Romero zombie films, and It was just great and cathartic, as I like to say, to see these shooting locations in person while we still can. Joseph Scott, a big influence to this. Helps, and it just, you can say how cool it is to visit until you visit it yourself.
Do it.
That stamps it, man.
I highly recommend it.
Unbelievable.
One last thing I will say before we wrap this up. I did make a stop. That's right. I did make a stop at the Ohio State Reformatory, the primary filming location for Shawshank Redemption. I did that today. I only took photos mostly. I got one video with some orbs in it because I took a photo and thought I saw some weird shit. So I shot a quick video right after and got a couple little orbs.
Were they saying no to the video?
They didn't necessarily say no to the video, but I was just getting photos. I'm going to put together a little slideshow. There wasn't a whole lot to do video-wise there.
Yeah.
There were a couple of things I probably could have done.
Could you feel it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
Dude, yeah.
I'm curious to hear about it.
I'll say this. Walking in to, and I didn't know this was on this set, but Brooks's room is on that set where they filmed it there.
Oh,
and
right.
I didn't know that, but
oh, wow.
Holy shit, walking into that little room was cool as shit, man. Yeah, it's there. It's there. And I turned this corner and I was just like, wow. Like it just hit me. It was fascinating.
But, it's good. Yep. Everybody's howling mad at the frogs. We better get out of here before people start fucking tripping and killing people over the frogs.
Yeah.
So, Frank,
let's wrap it up.
Send them out, dude.
Well, the Colonel's not here, so I'm going to steal his fucking line this time.
He said it when he signed off earlier, but you can say it again.
That doesn't count. That was 2 hours ago.
Yeah, that's true.
So, man, Living Dead weekend, if you guys are anywhere in the Pennsylvania area next June, I highly recommend it and checking it out. Even if you're not, if it's a lineup that you are interested in, go and check it out. I don't know when we're going to be back, but we'll definitely be back at that one. And thanks to Larry and thanks to Patricia, absolutely, for making this weekend so special. And all the fans and all the new friends that we made while we were there. We met Amy, of course. Yeah. Amy! And Melanie. And we saw Ashley again. We saw Chris. We saw a bunch of the stars we know.
Our new friend Greg Nicotero.
Yeah. Right. Well, I do have a way to contact him now in a way. So
hey, it's all right.
I'm not mentioning that. Yeah. But yeah, thank you to Living Dead Weekend. Thank you to Larry and all those guys up there that make that happen. Thank you to Patricia for again helping us out, making it special. It was very, very nice. And yeah, can't wait for the next one. We'll be all together again in August for Oklahoma City HorrorCon. So stay tuned for that.
Almost. No Colonel in Oklahoma.
Well, right.
But Faye's in his place.
Right. And as the Colonel would say, folks, don't get sick. Wash your dick. And I'm not going to do the second part because I hate that second part.
Scuba Steve, wash the beeve. Something like that. Anyway, yeah, man, what everything he just said, Living Dead weekend, wow, what a fucking trip that was. And it was, I don't know if it was as awesome as going to the Friday the 13th location, excuse me, but pretty damn fucking close.
Yeah.
And I can't wait to do this again with more stuff. This particular trip has re-energized me to a point where I'm going to be charged up for the rest of the year for DCS style for this stuff. I'm fucking ready for OKC. I don't know what kind of trouble I'm going to get into at Motor City Nightmares. Me and BK can probably skank it up in there a little bit and whip it up, get it going. Hopefully I can talk to Julian Sands, maybe get 10 minutes for an interview. So I'm going to try.
Cool shit.
Yeah. And we'll go in there and fuck it up and have a good time. And then it's on in OKC. And then bam, fucking month later, we're all kicking it in Cincinnati for Whorehound again and the Thing reunion.
Right.
we're gonna end the year with a bang. I don't know, man. I might end up in Chicago or Texas or something before the winter months are over. Florida's got one coming too. So who the fuck knows? All I know is I'm all fucking in, and I'm doing it for you guys. I love it myself, but man, I love to share what we find and seeing the reactions that you guys have to what we saw and what we film and stuff. So thank you for all that. And in fact, we're going to end this show tonight with one last look at the little tease of our huge sizzle reel coming at you. And we will see you next week. I don't know what we're going to talk about yet next week, but the Colonel will return. For the Red Crank, for the Colonel, for Patricia, for FaZe and everybody else. This is Zig Zag for the Death Curse Society saying woo, and we'll see you next week. DCS out.
June 10th, 2022. I'm here in Monroeville, Pennsylvania, making a little film here to document what might be the last little bit of time we have on the planet. I don't know, man. It's something's up out there. The dead have risen. The stench of death in the air.
Dude, do you have to do this right fucking now?